You called yourself a conservationist in the past,
Yeah.
and I was wondering what your position on federal standards that would reduce greenhouse gas emissions, whether it be a CAFE standard or a cap on carbon.
I'm open to a number of things. The key thing we have to do is to remember that we are guests on the planet Earth. We don't own it. It's not ours to do what we want. And I think the basic rule that I would approach it is, as a Christian from my own faith, is understanding if the earth is the Lord's, it's not mine to abuse. It's mine to take care of, to leave in better shape than I found it. The old Boy Scout rule that I had when I was a Boy Scout as a kid: leave your campsite in better shape than you found it. Rather than politicize a lot of the issues about the environment and global warming, which a lot of people want to do, and turn it into a fight, we need to turn it into a force where we all recognize that rather than ask me what's the federal government going to do, it starts with me. I believe that before I ask the federal government what's it going to do, what am I going to do? If I'm not willing to take some steps personally to take better care of my part of the environment, to throw it off and say, okay, I'm going to make somebody else do it. For example, I hear politicians that say, well, I'm going to go ahead and live a very indulgent lifestyle, but I'm going to buy some carbon credits, so that way I'll feel better. It's like buying indulgences from the church years ago. Sin all I want, but just buy an indulgence. That's not the way to be responsible.
And you don't believe that the federal government should put a cap on the carbon, or are you open to that
I'm saying
idea?
I'm open to what would be necessary, but I still think it has to start with those of us who are individual citizens and Americans need to realize that it's not about a political issue. It's about wanting so that my children can enjoy the same beautiful world I'm looking at right here that I'm enjoying. That it's at least as nice, if not nicer. That the streams are cleaner, that the air is more breathable. That's for their sake. It's not about me. It ought to be about my kids.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate you coming out today. Bye.